All right, so we're gonna say it 148. No, that's not even. Okay, so we're gonna say from 44 to boom, boom, and down, and we'll say to 59. 59, and we're gonna call this shoot. Sounds good. Loop time. I think I didn't do it on this one too. Oh, I did. Okay. So loop time. Hit the little plus to make another one. And so if that one started at 59, we're just going to go ahead and start at 60. It's probably not where it is, but it gives it a start. So yeah, so it's not 60. We're going to say it's 62. So 62. And that goes till step 76. Okay, and let's just make sure we're on loop time here, and we'll hit play. Okay, that looks adequate. A little bit of a jitter there, but I can deal with that. And we'll call that one run. Okay, and so if that one goes to 76, we'll hit a plus, and we'll start the next one. We'll say 77, and see where this goes. All right, so this is the side step. So it actually starts. We'll say 78. Okay. And boom. To, we'll say 93. All right. And let's see. Works for me. And we're going to put, so he's walking which way? He's walking to his right. So we'll say right run. Yeah. I know how to type real well. Right run. And we'll go from 94 and see. Oops. Let's see if I can undo that. Damn it. Okay, so 90. What was it? 78, I think it was. 78 to 93. Let's just double check. Okay, make sure I hit loop time. Hit the plus first. So then we'll put in 94. Okay. Okay, so then the next one is the back run, it looks like. So it starts. We're going to say, I don't know. We'll try 113. 113. And that will go till 122. Make sure it's on loop. That doesn't look very good. So boom to back on this one. So it's got to go farther than that. Where is, okay, so there's also this little thing here you can drag. Boom, boom. Let's drag it farther because it doesn't seem to be. So we'll say 125, and let's try going earlier. Maybe I'm just not getting enough here. So let's try 109. Oh, 109 is what I had. All right, it's a little bit of a jumpity jump. I think I just did a bad job of the animation, so I'm just going to go with that. And we'll call this, oops, come on, back run. Back run, good. And I'm gonna hit a little plus, and then it's gonna be, so that one ended at what, 125, so let's do 126. And I thought I typed that in there, 126. Okay, and we're gonna say it starts right at 131. 131, okay, and boom. To well, let's see, and hit loop time on this one. Okay, that looks okay. And we're gonna put left run. Left run. Okay. Back run, good. Make sure all these have a loop on them, basically, because every single one of his things. I didn't do a die animation, probably should have, but that's good. Okay, and I'm just gonna scroll down here and hit apply, and I'm going to pause it. Okay, so now what you're going to see is I have these clips here, and if I actually expand these, you can see that actually now part of the import actually has these little clips, which is kind of cool. Okay, so now what I need to do basically is attach these to these things up here. I think what I'm going to do is, I guess we'll do him first. So I'm going to do is, kid anim is what I guess I mean that. So we'll just going to change this to kid just to make it a little bit simpler. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the first person controller, and let's go to game, and let's go to asset after frame. Okay, so my first person controller is actually over here. Okay, and you'll see that basically there is this, which is the higher thing, and then there's the camera that's behind it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this kid and I'm going to parent it to the first person controller. Now what I'm going to do now is actually zero this out here, because that will set it to right in front of it. Okay, and that is fine. We'll zero out the rotations as well. Good. And what I'm going to do is take this, pull this down so he's touching the ground. Good. And let's look at game. Good. Let's hit play. I just want to see how this looks so far. And okay. All right. That looks fine. All right. So let's go back to scene here. And we got this. All right. And I got a couple of things going on there. So I'm going to take this kid, the kid, and I'm going to pull it forward and over. Game at play. Let's see. Does he snap? Okay, that's a little bit better. All right. That looks pretty adequate. What I'm going to do is I want him to be on the left a little bit. So I'm going to go to kid here. And while I'm still in the game view here, I'm just going to go to the, should be X. And I'm just going to shift him over a little bit. Let's hit play. All right. And that's a little bit better. Okay. And that works pretty okay. Okay. All right, good. All right, so we got him going on there. So that's looking pretty okay. Now the next thing I need to do is, you'll see it has no controller. So I'm going to go to, let's see, if I go to window and I'm going to go to animator, you're going to see when I have the kid selected, there's nothing there. And it's because there's no animation things attached to it. So I'm going to do is, while I have the kid there, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this, hold shift, click and drag. I'm going to drop these onto this. Now when I have it selected, you can see it has all these animation clips attached to it. Okay, and what you're going to see is when I play, it's always going to play the idle animation now. See? Because there's nothing to tell it to play into the other ones. All right, so go back here. All right, so because right now what it's going to do is on entry, it's going to go ahead and do idle. So oops, let's put this back up here. All right, but I want to be able to do all these various things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is under parameters, I'm going to different parameters that are going to tell it to do certain things. So I'm going to do one, and we will do a let's see, a float, and I'm going to call this vertical. Okay, and I'm going to do another one that's a float, and this one's going to be called horizontal. Now the reason why I'm doing these is that these are going to stand for the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. So when the vertical's positive, it's going to move forward. So basically when I push on the up arrow, it's going to go forward. And when I push negative, it's going to go to the back run animation. Okay, and then horizontal is going to be the left. If it's negative, to the left, and if it's positive, to the right. You guys have seen that before. Okay, so that's what those are going to control the run. Now the other things they need to do is basically shooting and jumping. Which I don't have. I thought I had a jump animation. I think I might have skipped that actually. So I'm going to go back to the kid here. So I got run, shoot. Yeah, I got to go to the kid here. And there should be another clip. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to hit plus, and we're going to call this one jump. All right. And I believe, I actually kind of think I have this memorized. I think it was 62 to 62. And it was not. Okay, so I just need to find something that looks like jumping. So there, boom. Let's see, is there a jump? That does not look like a jump. That does not look like a jump. None of these look like jumps. Let me see. I'm going to pull this a little bit farther. Okay. Okay, I just need to find something. I just want like a single pose, more or less. That looks like jumping to me, but I don't seem to have anything. Okay, we're going to call this the jump. So what is this? This is frame 103. So we'll say 103 to 103. All right, and I guess I'll hit loop, and we will apply. All right, and I'm gonna hit pause while it. So I'm just gonna drop jump onto kid as well up here. So there it is. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 more, and we're just gonna do booleans because it's either gonna be doing it or not, and one's gonna be shoot, right? Because they can shoot, and the other one's gonna be jump. Another bool, and that's gonna be jump. All right, so that's either off or on. Now, what I'm going to do is that basically the jump and the shoot can happen from any state. I don't need it to happen like that it comes from idle. It can come from any one of these. So I'm actually going to go ahead and with these ones attach them to any state and not the other way around. So I'm going to right click on this, make transition to jump, right click, make transition to shoot, and then back. Right click, make transition back to any. Oh, sorry. I guess I don't have to do that. Wait, make transition. Okay, guess I don't have to do that. All right, so I have this here, and that looks fine. I'm going to click on this here, and what I like to do is turn off has exit time, and the fixed duration, turn that off, and that all looks fine. I'm going to hit this, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to change this to, which one am I using right now? Jump. So jump, and if it's true, it's going to do this. Okay, and that's basically it. All right. And then I'm gonna select this one here, and I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go fixed duration, turn this off. So basically all that's off, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn this to shoot. Okay, so if it shoots, this is gonna happen. All right, so that's from any state. Now from idle, I'm going to do the other things. Okay, so let's do it like this. So I'm going to say you can run back. So this will be my horizontals. You can back run and you can forward run. I didn't really name them like that, but you get the idea. And you can right run and you can left run like that. Okay, so those are the 3 things that you can do. So I'm going to right click, make transition to run, right click, make transition back. Let's try that again. Make transition back, make transition, make transition. Right click, make transition, right click, make transition, right click, make transition, make transition back. Okay. It just doesn't work. Okay. Good. So basically you can go any one of those. All right. So now this is going to be relatively simple. So I'm going to say from idle. Hang on a second. All right. So I'm doing the transition from idle to go into run. And I like to turn this stuff off so it doesn't, this just makes it so there's a waiting period. I don't really want to do any of that. So the condition is going to be the vertical, and we're going to say if it's greater than, so meaning that you're pushing up and the value gets greater than, we're going to say 0.1, which just is a certain amount. Then I'm going to say to go back to idle, I'm going to do the same thing, turn these off, and I'm going to say if it's less than 0.1. So basically, if it becomes 0.05, so it's barely moving forward, then it's going to go back to idle. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing this way. So I'm going to take this, turn these off. So to go to the back run, we're again going to go ahead and choose vertical, and we're going to say if it's less than, in order to move back, it needs to be less than minus 0.1, because obviously it needs to be a negative number. Okay. And then we're going to say, hit this again, turn off these. I did that for this, right? Yeah. Okay. We're going to turn off those, and we're going to say again vertical, and if it's greater than minus 0.1. So if it's, close to 0 again, it's going to go back to idle. Okay, so that, and we're going to do the same thing, but the opposite for these directions. Okay, so I'm going to click on this, boom, boom, and this is going to not be vertical, but horizontal. So we're going to say this is to the right. So if it's greater than 0.1, and then boom, 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 and we'll say if it's less than 0.1, and same thing here. So boom, 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 horizontal,